You're looking at me right now through Elgato's new Facecam 4K webcam. If you like their Facecam Pro, which was their only other webcam that could do 4K, you're gonna like this one, especially because it comes in at $199, which is $100 cheaper than the Facecam Pro came in at $299.
Nice.
Not so nice is that it picks up the fixed focus nature of the original Facecam. For better or for worse, no autofocus. No! What this could mean though is that it's incredibly well suited for wide shot style streams. We're talking cooking streams, group streams, anything where you have to have a lot of stuff in the frame, a lot of people, whatever, anything like that, because you don't have to worry about what's going to be in focus or not. Everything past a certain point, about 4 feet, is going to always be in focus. It does have a pretty big sensor, coming in at 1/1.8 inches. It's one of the bigger sensors of the webcams out there. And generally, bigger sensor means better image quality. At least that's the rule of thumb. Elgato really wants to push the fact that this can do 4K 60, which is nice. It can, and it looks nice and smooth. However, if you look at any other mode under 4K 60, we're talking 4K 30, 1440p 60 or 30, and 1080p 60 or 30, then you unlock another feature, RAW. Long story short, if you use 4K 60, the camera will use something called MJPEG, which just strings together a bunch of pictures in order to form a movie. That's the JPEG part of it, and the M means movie. Let's just call it an inflexible video format. However, RAW gets you a lot closer to the feed that the camera is picking up that is more true to what it is. It's got more data in it, more detail, and you can adjust things and get a better image quality as a result. This also allows you to enable HDR. If you have lots of lights or light up signs or stuff like what you see right here behind me, it's a little blown out. When you run HDR, it can do a lot better at capturing detail and stuff like that. However, I'm personally not so crazy about how the image looks with HDR turned on, so take that as you will.
Okay.
I need to ask you something. Are you subscribed to our YouTube channel? Because if you're not, hit that subscribe button and also follow over on Twitch. Links are right over here. All right, I'm out of here. I don't like it over there. In my last video, I talked about a webcam that can do 4K 30 over USB 2.0. Well, this camera uses USB 3.0 naturally, and it also includes a USB-C to C cable, no Type A adapter.
That's bad.
Something that I did discover though is that over USB 2.0, the camera does support running at 1080p. So it won't do a thing where it denies you functionality of the camera. It just won't let you do 4K or 1440. So something to think about. But here we are in the wide shot. A new standout feature with this camera though is that you can use 49mm lens filters. That's not something most, if any, webcams can do. You see that more in the professional camera market where you can put a little filter on a lens. Replaceable lenses most of the time is what takes that. So you can put a pro mist lens on it that gives it more of a dreamy look, or you can do a circular polarizer which helps reduce glare all over things, which all that's really nice. You can even put other ones that change the colors of how things look. You get creative with it. So it's a nice little standout feature of this webcam.
That's good.
On the software side, Elgato gives you all the flexibility that you could ask for. You can adjust exposure, shutter speed, ISO, even white balance, saturation, hue, all sorts of stuff. Even apply effects like blur and background replacement if you use Elgato's virtual camera functionality.
Super nice.
When all is said and done, the flexibility that you get with this webcam and the Elgato ecosystem, which can include controlling zoom presets and other presets at the push of a button with your Stream Deck and stuff like that, is very valuable. And once you have everything set up the way you like with the Elgato software, you can even save all those camera settings to onboard memory on the webcam itself, which is, again, another really nice feature.
Yes!
Then when it comes to image quality, this is probably the best webcam that Elgato has ever made. However, it's now competing in a substantially improved market compared to when the original Facecam first came out. So that's something to think about. So far, what do you guys think about this webcam? I've done this whole video using the webcam. Everything that you saw in this whole video was using the Facecam 4K. So drop your thoughts down below. Just for reference, this is me through my Sony a5100 camera, which is like $250, $300 camera, and a $400 Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. So this is the difference with that. This is just 1080p as well. The camera can't go any higher than 1080p 30, but it does have this autofocus. Yeah.